Good evening and welcome to Full Transparency Trading. I am your host Sebastian, and tonight's video is about my top tips for new traders. I'm doing this raw and off the top of my head. First and foremost, you guys are looking at my vision board on the background. I have my vision board on everything, my background, my phone, my wall in the office and stuff over here. You know, I believe that you need to have a clear vision in order to succeed, especially if you want to hit something at a very high level. You need to understand the work that it's going to take to reach that. Dreams don't work unless you do, which is a perfect one right there. And keep going and create a life that you can't wait to wake up to. But with that being said, let's get to my tips, man. So this is in no particular order. This is just what I feel is important when you're learning how to day trade. Number one, be patient. I want you to think about this. If 90% of day traders fail, I can't imagine that there are very many who are overnight success stories. I failed and I still fail, but I give myself grace and I refuse to give up. It's as simple as that. I get a lot of people who watch these videos probably have this same thing where you're trying to figure out how to get it at the exact same clip as me. So that brings me to number two. Don't compare yourself to others. In all honesty, trading is an individual journey, and for like each person, it's more so about becoming the best possible trader that you can be. Not becoming like the guy who makes $10,000 or they're getting these false 1,000% trades that you're seeing. I'm not here to sell you any fluff or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it real, keep it 100%. And it's a personal journey. Your success is your success. My success is not going to be your success. Even if we get into a trade at the exact same time, we may not close at the same time. We may not have the same amount of contracts. There's so many different variables that go into it. So don't go chasing someone else's success. Figure out what your own is. My third tip, have a goal in mind. My favorite thing to do is to start a 6-month challenge. And I say start a 6-month challenge because just because I'm doing a 6-month challenge doesn't mean I'll actually finish it. More often than not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the goalposts. If I'm doing well with like the first couple weeks of a 6-month challenge, basically I'll start it, and then as I grow as a trader, I'll go ahead and I'll move forward. But the reason that I like doing a 6-month challenge is because it gives you a clear goal in mind for what your daily trades could be or should be. You know, I don't care if you fail them some days, some weeks, or even some months, as long as the outcome is income. You don't have to hit home runs every time. You just need to get on base. Probably one of my biggest tips in this is journal. I know it seems trivial, but journal every single trade. I don't care if you make 2 cents or lose $8,000. Journal every trade, because each trade will help you grow immensely and reduce the time that it takes to actually grow as a trader. I didn't really start growing as a trader and get over the hump until I started journaling, and I write down everything, because you know what happens is you can actually look back and learn from the mistakes, so that, you know, also leave yourself like little notes in the journal under each trade, like, oh, I did this right or I did this wrong. You know, something as simple as that can lead to like major changes down the line, or the minor changes that it takes to make you a profitable trader. So my next tip is seek out a trading community. The journey of trading can be very, very lonely, and I'm not talking about from the standpoint of like the people that you deal with in your relationships on a day-to-day basis, or your family when they're not around, you feel alone. A lot of people simply won't understand what you're going through. Find a community of like-minded individuals who are seeking the same goal that you have on at least a basic level. You know, just someone to bounce ideas off from time to time, or someone who understands the frustrations that are going through your mind, or someone who understands some of the things that you get excited about. So even when I trade, or I go to like my Discord fam, you go to the profit loss section, I got my profits and stuff in there, you get feedback from some of the other traders. You get to see the experiences that they have, and it's really cool to just have a community of people who are rooting for you and your success. Work in silence around the people who don't understand what you're going through, and then find you a community of like-minded individuals who get it, you know, who are trying and striving for the same things that you are, so that you guys can grow together. My next tip, never get complacent. Reason being, the market is ever changing. You should be changing right along with it. And this is probably one of the most important tips as far as being a profitable trader. Learn to control your emotions. Your emotions are the single greatest reason that you're going to fail or succeed as a trader. If you don't get control of your emotions, they will ruin you in the marketplace. That kind of leads right into the next thing. Learn to control your greed. I would say controlling your greed is just as important as controlling all of your other emotions, such as fear and anxiety. So that's why I listed it here right after that. You have no idea how many times I've been up in a trade. I mean, like way up or whatever, and been sitting there like, I can get a little bit more, or I can get a little bit more. And then instead of taking my profits, all of a sudden the trade turns on me aggressively and I'm losing big because now I'm holding out hope that things are going to go back the way that they were going. And let me just tell you, I don't play the game like that anymore. Don't blow your account. This is one of those circumstances where it actually does take money to make money. So if you don't have any money, you can't make any trades, right? And if you can't make any trades, you can't win and make more money. So do your best not to blow your account. Learn and understand risk management. This is by far one of the most important things I can tell you the entire time that you're trading. Risk management is one of the single most important skills, and I say skills because it is in fact a skill that you will ever learn, and it's one of the things that you absolutely must have to be a good trader. In essence, risk management is self-control, or your stop loss. Next up on my list is a cool one. I call it find a hero. No, not in the sense of someone is coming to save you. A hero can simply be a mentor. Someone who's been there, done that, and found success already. Someone who has the keys to the knowledge that you seek. I'm going to go through a couple of videos here. Stephan was one of the first traders and investors that I learned from. He's more of a holistic financial advisor as far as the advice that he's giving on YouTube. Next up is Christopher Jackson. This is actually my real life mentor right now. I saw this video probably back in February 2023, and that's right when I started trading. So I was kind of researching on YouTube, and then I came across this video.
Most people that come to the stock market, they've been doing something their entire life, right? And for me, I try to sell vacuum.
And these videos will be linked inside of the description and everything below my video, so you'll be able to go back and watch them on your own. But he had a interview on Social Proof Podcast. The next time I saw him was on a Sunday Instagram video, and then I did the masterclass, and then eventually I would join his mentorship. Very much enjoyed myself, man. I cannot express to you enough how a lot of my success is owed to this guy and every single person that is inside of his trading family, in his Discord group. They hold me up when I'm feeling down, when I'm doing well. They celebrate my success. It's the coolest thing in the world. It's outside of playing professional sports or sports in general, it's one of the most tight-knit groups I've ever been part of. Not trying to sell him at all. You can go learn from him yourself. He actually does free videos on Wednesday and stuff like that. This is Live Traders. They taught me a lot of little things.
Tomorrow, see some type of ridiculous lifestyle. There's smaller red flags. If someone says, don't use a stop loss, that's a more specific.
But yeah, Live Traders, if you go to their page, they have a lot of information about trading and things like that. What you should look into. So here's Chris with another video of his own on his actual YouTube page. I'm gonna link the YouTube page. He's gonna be talking about getting into zones and stuff like that. But I don't know what the rules are for playing videos on YouTube, so I'm not really gonna play it more than a few seconds. Just want you to hear what he's talking about.
Series called Entry Points. Okay, we're gonna focus on different.
Lastly was this young man here, Kenan Grace. So this is somebody that my mom would actually send to me that I wouldn't pay attention to for almost a full year, and then full circle when I started trading, boom, I'm on Kenan Grace's page. But he is a great trader. He teaches you about trading support and resistance.
Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Kenan Grace, and I posted this the other day, and somebody asked me, Kenan, you said you made $2,000, you made 100% on one, you made 77% on one.
But just like myself, he'll show you when he loses and stuff like that, and he does lose. He's on live trades and everything, and he'll show you why he got out, what his trade was, whatever the case was. Yeah, look, he takes 86 bucks, 806 bucks, so it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting profit, 71 bucks, 112 bucks, as long as you're getting profit, it's going to build up so that you can make these massive trades and investments that pay out really well. But those are some of my influences. Those are my first heroes when I got into this. Just guys who understood the game already and that I needed to learn from. All I wanted was someone who put all of the information in one place. So once I finally got a mentor, I didn't have to ask him a million questions. The information was there. I found the information myself and I applied it. to my daily life and my trading. So my next tip, I would say, is longevity. Success in trading comes with time, proof, and consistency. And the only way to win the game is to be able to play. So you need to last longer than pretty much all the other traders out there. All that other 90%, for you to be in the top 10%, you have to have longevity. You have to survive the ups and downs. By being consistent and protecting your account, it may sound tedious and boring, but at the end of the day, your job is to protect your account, not so much maximize your profits, because the profits are going to come. If you're protecting your money, you're going to make better trades. You're going to make profitable trades. You feel me? Another cool tip that I actually personally enjoy: pay yourself. If you're having an amazing month, pay yourself. You've worked incredibly hard to gain the skills that it takes to be a good trader and to be profitable, so why would you not treat yourself to something? That doesn't mean go out and buy a car or a house or anything crazy like that. I mean, just like a slushie or some dinner is more than enough to celebrate. Take yourself to see a movie, or if you're doing really, really well, plan a trip for yourself, something like that. I feel like if you're taking care of yourself, you're more willing to put in the hard work that it takes to actually be a good trader. Important tip for brand new traders: do your paper trading. Even if you're live trading, that doesn't mean that you have to stop doing paper trades. However, before you ever live trade, you need to pick one platform that you enjoy and paper trade it until you know that platform in and out, and you can execute all of your trades in a moment's notice. Because often a few seconds can cost you a couple $100 in a really good trade. It can cause you to miss out on some massive moves. That's happened to me a lot. Taking like a long time to put in my trade, I go from an A+ trade to a C trade. This is gonna sound funny to new traders, but honestly, technical analysis is actually one of the smallest parts of your success. I find that the key to doing well with trading is actually to simplify what you're doing. Instead of diving into like 80 different forms of technical analysis and all these different types of systems, which are absolutely great to know, and it's fantastic if you do know them. But I find that the simpler you can make your trading, the more successful you can be with it. Last but not least, one of the most important tips I can give a new trader, an experienced trader: take your profits. When you see green, take green. You'll never lose a trade by taking profits. Even in a bad trade, there's usually a moment or two where you have a chance to take a little cash, and in your head you start thinking, well, maybe it's going to go on a run, but in reality it's just a pullback, and you just happen to be lucky enough to be within that pullback. And then the final tip that goes along with taking your profits is learning how to lose. Learn how to accept a loss. If you're in a trade that's negative, like let's say $200, right? And you're like, man, I don't want to take that $200 loss. But then the trade goes your way a little bit, and let's say it gets down to like $80. And now you start thinking to yourself, maybe if I hold it. No, you have to learn that sometimes you're just going to lose. There's no trader on this planet who can win every single trade. If they are, they're a trillionaire and we've never heard of them. I don't care how lucky you are. I don't care how fortunate you are. I don't care how hard you work. The market will eventually go against you. It might go against you for a trade or two. It might go against you for 10 trades. You need to build good habits and the understanding that you're going to lose. Sometimes you'll hit a cold streak, but that's it. I know this is probably a longer video than normal, but I really wanted to get these tips out there to anybody who may need them. I am very much loving and enjoying my trading journey. I appreciate you guys for, coming and checking out these videos. It's been so much fun sharing this time with you. If you have any questions or things that I didn't mention in the video that you'd like to know, please feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Again, this has been another full transparency trading session. I'm your host, Sebastian, and I'm out.